202.
Trump gets married over the weekend fest, and I guess that was just all celebrities invited. I haven't seen any pictures of you.
I've seen a couple pictures, but they were just of the bride and the groom.
I get a little annoyed when anyone makes, like, a big wedding plan, and they're over the age of, let's say, 24. 24, to me, is the cutoff date where you can act like, hey, it's not just a wedding, it's a wedding and a prom, and all my friends are getting dressed up.
He wanted to do a big Grucci Brothers fireworks display, but the Palm Beach County nixed that.
Well, Palm Beach County is not a fun place. It's really, really rich old people. So it's like a retirement home for billionaires down there. So you know they're not going to let them really enjoy themselves.
So, and apparently Billy Joel sang, and they were wondering if he was drunk. He tried to do a parody song. That's why the Donald is a Trump.
Yeah. And
they said he just kept losing his place and stopping and starting and fumbling through papers.
What difference does it make? The guy's rich. He hasn't had a hit in 15 years. They make a Broadway show out of his own old hits, and the money just comes flying in. So why? I don't know why. I mean, it's not like the guy's drunk. He's not going to work. We should worry about him. He's rich, and he's decided to spend his later years just getting drunk every day. I don't see what the problem is there.
It just, as long as he's not driving home from that reception.
Even if he does, he hasn't hit a person yet. He hits trees. He wrecks his own cars. And then we'll just get out and pay everything off. I say, just like Dudley Moore and Arthur, the rest of the life is his. He hit it big. It's his chance to pay it. If I hit the lottery tomorrow, maybe I'd just go like this. You know what? I think I'm going to get drunk every single day.
Some of the other people there, Katie Couric, Matt Lauer, the Giulianis were there, Harvey Weinstein, Barbara Walters, that regular Trump gang.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's crap when you're only friends with famous people. You don't know anybody who's like a regular guy. You don't invite anybody unless they happen to have a show.
And then Trump's two sons were the best men, who look like young hippie Trumps. It's very weird. They have his big, thick eyebrows, and they look like Trump except with longer hair.
They're just standing looking at that man going, die, 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 die. Come on, die. More pasta, Dad?
And the new Slovenian supermodel stepmother did a toast to them and thanked them for
having sex with her. She said, thank you for being the people in the family that have sex with me.
And welcoming them into their family, into the Trump business. Donald Trump, now, he must be in the advice service business now. Because he's giving out advice constantly. He's like,
I've noticed that. I caught him one day on MSNBC in the morning with Imus as he's plugging his show. You know, watch the Apprentice tonight. We're voting off the black girl. As he's doing that, then suddenly he feels free to talk about the war, what should happen with the woman in Pinellas Park, Florida, and he just started spouting off on everything as if we're all in the boardroom with him.
Yeah, I mean, like a couple weeks ago, I saw him telling Michael Jackson into the camera, not actually Michael Jackson, obviously, but, you know, get your legal troubles wrapped up,
right,
and then play Vegas.
Here's the deal. You're really good at renting apartments. No one's taking that away from you. But the rest of the world, we're not going to see you as an expert on.
He's now Tony Robbins, I guess. He's now told Cameron Diaz, you're keeping too low of a profile. What you need to do, Cameron, make more big movies.
Hit movies.
Yeah, that's his advice to a movie star, is to keep making big hit films.
That's what you want to do. Stop making small films that no one goes to, or big films that flop. What you want to do, big films that people line up to see. It's that easy.
What you want to do is get those films that come with the $20 million, $25 million paycheck. Those are the kind of films you want to make. I'm Donald Trump. I know everything.
George Lucas on line 2, Mr. Trump. George Lucas on line 2.
George, what you need to do is more Star Wars films.
I already do that, Donald.
Exactly. Keep going. Make another Star Wars movie. I can see people lining up down the block to get in.
Giant Brian, I know you're interested in the stand-up career. Get on the Tonight Show. That's what you should do. Get on the Tonight Show and get some exposure for yourself.
What you should do is tell really funny jokes.
Have them laughing in the aisles, and then at the end of the show, have them standing up applauding, asking for more. It's that simple, really. And then get a sitcom based on yourself.
Comedy is a $4 billion a year industry.
I hate where suddenly he acts like he takes credit for how many people eat waffles. Waffles right now are a $400 billion industry. and I want a piece of it.
Honestly, I know. You have to come up with a new Trump waffle this week.
He's Trump the advice king. That's what he gives everybody advice now.
He told Ted Kennedy, what you need to do is keep getting reelected. Run for the Senate again. That's what you should do, Ted Kennedy. I don't know. I have a sense about these things. I'm Donald Trump.
He's telling NBC, you need hit shows that everybody wants to watch.
Thank you, Donald. Goodbye.
More shows like Friends that everybody likes.
He told some Broadway producers they need to really focus on plays and musicals.
Something sing-songy, toe-tappy. He's telling the songwriter, write one of those songs that sticks in everyone's head and makes them want to buy the album later.
He's Donald Trump, and he's just offering advice that's unsolicited. And he thinks he's just the business genius in every field because he's giving out obvious advice.
And it's true. And he knows about everything now. Now he knows about everything.
I told Lance Armstrong what he really needed to do was pedal faster.
At least faster than the other guys. Stay ahead of everybody else out there, Lance.
Be the guy wearing the yellow jacket at the end. It makes no sense and perfect sense all at the same time.
And you know what kills me is they let him get away with it. You'll never see one of the MSNBC types go, Donald, that's the most obvious thing, and if they could do that, then everybody would do it.
Yeah, he's on The Insider, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, and it's like, what did the Donald have to say to United Airlines? Fly more.
Fly more and fill those things up with people.
Make sure all the planes are filled before they fly.
866-277-4969. Hey, George, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
I heard he told Superman to stay away from the red kryptonite.
Well, any kryptonite at all actually would be the best idea there.
Yeah, red kryptonite, probably the most unpredictable of all the kryptonites.
Is that
still,
right?
Yeah, you never know what effect that's going to have on Superman.
Green kryptonite?
That's just going to lay him out. That's going to give him instant flu-like symptoms.
Blue kryptonite?
Blue kryptonite, I think, only works on Bizarro Supermen.
So the red kryptonite is the one that sometimes he gets giant thumbs and stuff like that.
Exactly. Or next time, he's a super insect. It just really helps with. What if we had a kryptonite that could do all kinds of stuff? What you need to do is write more kryptonite into the Superman comics. Have Superman save more people.
And you know what? The kryptonite, there's so much of it out there. There must have been a piece the size of the moon that crashed into Earth. That frustrates me. I mean, you would think that kryptonite would be one of the more rare things to find, and yet I've seen every villain with a rock.
Yeah, half the planet came with Superman in that tiny rocket.
Drives me crazy.
What you need to do, Superman, stay away from the kryptonite. That would be my advice to you. I'm Donald Trump.
Are you Donald Trump or Mikey D?
It's
you're
all
doing
the
same thing.
It's hard not to go into Regis when you're doing Donald Trump.
You miss Mikey.
Who?
Mikey. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Mikey boy.
I'm sorry, I can't read your name. Go ahead, you're on Ron and Fez. All right, there we go. Now let me try it again. John, you're on the air.
I heard Trump was telling the Pope just to lay there.
He told the Pope just to lay there after he died, Fez. This is not a comedy pyramid. I don't want you going out of your ways thinking this is a comedy pyramid. Brian, do we have one scheduled tonight?
Comedy pyramid?
Yeah. No.
No.
Let me tell you, without Dubs, it seems like you're nothing. I just want to be honest about that.
Well, I want everything to be crisp and clear and good, just so I'm not exposed.
Yeah, you cleaned all the fun out of it.
Yeah, it's no good. It's no good at all. Lee, you're on Ron and Fez.
Evening, boys.
Hey, buddy.
I heard Trump told Michael Vick he should wear a condom every time.
You know, the Michael Vick story, Fez, that he gave out herpes. Now, here's the odd part of the story, because that didn't shock me, but the fact that it was herpes to a woman, that just, I couldn't believe it at all.
It makes you wonder what's the worst story in Michael Vick's mind, that he's out giving sexually transmitted diseases to women, or that he's gay. Which one, when you have to balance them back and forth, which story hurts his feelings the most?
Do you honestly think now that this story's out, he's happy? That's right, I gave herpes to a woman. So stop all the rumors. I've got herpes through heterosex.
Hear that, Warwick Dunn? I was with a woman.
And who's Warwick Dunn to worry about anyone else's sexuality? It's not like I saw the broads hanging off him.
Well, he's got really pouty lips.
Hey, Dan, you're on Fez.
Hey, I heard Trump told Bush the secret to getting reelected was to get more votes.
It is probably the best thing you could do. 866-277-4969. Is Trump's show on tonight?
Yeah.
I'm so done with that. Hey, Jeff, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I heard that Donald Trump told Luke Skywalker to use the Force.
And he already knows this, Fez. He knows to use the Force.
Well, he's been trained by Obi-Wan and Yoda both. He doesn't need Donald Trump to add to that, to the Jedi Council.
Here's Albie. You're on Fez.
Hey, guys. Actually, the Donald was on Access Hollywood last night saying J-Lo should settle down and get married.
You got to tell J-Lo to shake that moneymaker.
I'm sure he has.
Now, what's this new news you were telling me during the break about Donnie Trump? Mr. Don Trump.
Donald Trump, he says he wasn't happy with the way the last Apprentice season went.
That's because it stinks now, and we've already seen the show.
So he wants to think of different ways to shake it up.
Yeah.
To try to put a new spark into The Apprentice.
Well, they already tried that last time. It was street guys against college people.
So now he wants to do something along those lines again. His first idea, right out of the gate, the first in the brainstorming session.
Let me guess, murder ball, where it's everybody in a chair, and when they're trying to see who does the best, they try to knock each other over.
That would be fun, but no. His initial idea is maybe blacks versus whites.
Well, I know what team I'm rooting for. I'm not going to say it on the air, but I've already picked a team that I think is going to win this thing easy.
I think I can guess.
Yeah. Now, unless it becomes some kind of thing that works against the white guys, you talk about home court advantage, white guys in business, they've been running business here for 400 years.
Now, the odd thing is we were off for like 10, 11 days. Keisha couldn't work out her once-in-a-lifetime trip during that time?
Fuzzy, if you're making some kind of racist statement, I'm going to back away from you. I'm not going to be caught up in the lawsuit. I'm not here to attack the black employees. I'm not Don Trump. So is this going to be the next Trump, Fez, black versus white?
He says this is the first idea on the drawing board.
Let me just point this out, white people. If you're feeling so strong, let's see it take on the Asians. Let's see it do math against the Asians. You'll get your asses whipped.
I think his other thing is, another idea is maybe Christians versus Muslim businessmen in New York City. That may be one of the ideas he's working on.
Did he really bring that up?
Yeah.
So he said Christians versus Muslims.
So it's along those ideas of race lines.
But he didn't. Are you doing a joke?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, God, could he be any more controversial? Why? For no apparent reason other than his ratings are down. Blacks versus whites. If you did that as a basketball game, everybody would be furious with you. Let's finally settle this. Blacks versus whites.
It's nice that he's trying to find racial divides that aren't there. He has to make up his own on television.
Yeah. All right, so what's happening, Fezzi? What's going on in the world today?
The Donald Trump-Martha feud taking off.
I heard about this the other day, and it doesn't seem like it's going away. And I guess his show's back on Monday?
Yeah, The Apprentice supposed to be returning.
Right.
So
what got all this started?
What got it started was Martha said that she should have been, if she had had the only Apprentice show on last year, hers would have been a success. It's just, she said there was just too much Apprentice out there last season.
Man, well, it seems like a valid point. Now, I remember when The Apprentice first came out, it was supposed to be a different CEO every time. Then I guess Donald hit, and they were happy with him, and he was happy, and then I guess he never wanted to give it up.
Oh, no, and then and then this last time out, it was too much Apprentice with just one Apprentice, because Donald Trump's Apprentice started the week after it finished, the next edition of it.
Yeah, I'm just done with all that. I don't want to watch. I got no time for it. To me, the thing that just is an embarrassment to me, we were once a country who manufactured things. And we held on to that. And that's what we were known for. That's what put us over. And now I'm watching The Apprentice, and I'm supposed to believe that somebody's smart because they put up a sign with the sponsor's name on it. So when everyone comes into the cocktail party, that's the first thing they see. It's an embarrassment to me.
And a lot of it's just lemonade selling contests or Trump water or Trump popsicles or whatever.
A lot of the stuff that they act like that is important is stuff that secretaries used to do. Now, 40-year-old guys guys are acting like, yeah, I did a great job. I got the logo up. Everybody's happy with me. The logo is flying.
So Trump took exception to Martha's comments, fired off a mean-spirited letter to her that he said, I intended to be mean-spirited.
He called her a whore. He goes, you ugly whore, and your ugly daughter. And that's too much, I think.
Yeah, he said between her lackadaisical performance and her daughter's one-word responses on that show.
And then he said, choke on my balls, and that's nothing you say to a lady.
That is mean-spirited.
Earl, you're a Baptist, right?
Yes.
You don't tell a lady to do that, right?
No, not at all.
I do. I do, but only to certain women. The ones who need it and like it. Why doesn't she just try to host her own American Idol this year? Where she just, whatever show seems to be popular, she just does a spinoff and fails with it.
Well, according to Trump, he's like, well, you just do your little daytime cooking show and try to be good at that, which isn't doing well, by the way.
All right, Fezzi, the Donald Trump Rosie O'Donnell gimmick will not go away. Now, Donald sent a letter to Rosie. Now, what year is it that people are sending correspondence like this?
Yeah, I believe it's the Civil War, and he's writing from the front.
Dearest Rosie, springtime has come early down here in Tennessee. So apparently he sends it to Rosie, and then all the gossip rags and hard copy type shows or whatever there are, all the yellow journalism things, because he does not want this thing to go away.
Yeah, he needs this he needs this fire going on because his show just started again, The Apprentice, and it's lagging once again in the ratings.
So he's ripped her pretty good now it's going on for weeks now. It just will not stop.
Oh, yeah. It was well before the holidays that this started.
And then yesterday you said the article was in the paper about Rosie yelling, right?
Yeah, the article yesterday, and the View is not denying it. They're saying that there was a meltdown, a squabble between Rosie and Barbara Walters on Monday before the View went on the air, where Rosie didn't think Barbara defended her enough against Trump.
All right, this is what the letter says to Rosie. Dear Rosie, I hope you had a wonderful vacation with your wife. You needed the rest. It seems very nice at first.
Yeah, snide, though.
An article in today's New York Post indicates that you blew up at Barbara Walters for being a liar. Actually, I don't blame you. But in fact, she lied to both of us. After your maniacal and foolish rant against me 2 weeks ago, Barbara called me from her vacation. I did not call her, in order to apologize for your behavior. She had heard that I was going to retaliate against you and tried to talk me out of it. She very much wanted me to go on the show as soon as she got back so that she could patch things up. I said no. To be exact, she said that working with her is like living in hell. And more poignantly, Donald never get in to mud with pigs. And don't worry, she won't be there for long. Barbara knows exactly what she told me over the phone, and she has to live with it. Perhaps that's why her initial statement was so mild. In another instance, when I saw her eating at Le Cirque about 2 months ago,
nice,
and asked her how Rosie was doing, she sarcastically rolled her eyes and said, Donald, do you have to ruin my meal? In any event, you have good reason to be angry. Please give my warmest regards to Kelly. Sincerely, Donald J. Trump. Now, P.S.
P.S.?
Yes. I was surprised that you let your spat with Barbara get into the newspapers. But as I've always said, and as you proved with Rosie the magazine, you're very self-destructive. You must work on this for your own good.
So it's a letter that's trying to come off as nice and just getting in as many shots as he possibly can.
Yeah.
It really is like a letter between cheerleaders in high school.
It's very odd, isn't it?
Tina was the one that said you were a backstabber, not me.
So The View, did you catch The View at 11 o'clock today?
No, I didn't.
That opens up with them coming out. The place is going crazy. The women are just going nuts seeing them, right? Everybody's at a fucking fever pitch over the fight with Donald. And Rosie goes, he's obsessed with me. This has been going on for weeks. He won't stop it. now letters. And really, Barbara, this is more about you. You have anything to say, right? Barbara just sits there and goes, that pathetic man. And the place goes crazy, and that was the end of it. But, you know, the thing is, attack of Barbara, she really is a little old woman.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I believe Donald in this letter. I believe Barbara Walters said all these things to him on the phone and at Le Cirque. Now, with Donald Trump, he's supposedly running these billion-dollar businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he get the time to sit down and put out a letter to Rosie?
Some big fucking feather pen that he has. Like Quill. Dearest Rosie. And why say stuff like, I hope your vacation went well? Do you hate her or not?
Yeah, he hates her, and he's trying to act like he's above this. He's now trying to deflect all of this onto Barbara Walters.
Oh, and then Rosie said the same thing as you. She said that his TV show tanked, and the place went crazy. They were so these old ladies that go to The View are just so excited.
Well, anytime there's a man bash, sure. It does not look like it's going to go away at all. If Donald has anything to do with it, it will not go away.
Yeah.
He's going to keep taking shots. There'll be more open letters to Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he wants it to end. But don't you? I know that you don't like Barbara Walters, but she is a little old lady. And whether she says those things or not, you don't kind of forgive little old ladies?
I guess you can, but she's making it worse, it seems like. If she
doesn't know what she's doing. I saw her over at the Parker Meridian, and it was like seeing somebody's elderly Southern grandma.
If she said pathetic man before this would have happened, it probably would have been squashed by now.
Ron and Fez, XM202.